Hi, I'm Keith Blinkus with Handle It Fishing Systems and Handle It Rods, and today what we're going to do is show you how to install one of our handles on one of your own fishing rods. First thing we're going to do is kind of show you a fishing rod that would have a handle already on it, which would be cork or a foam grip. Some of them have split grips, and first thing you're going to do is you're going to strip this off. And what I normally do is I'll take a pair of vice grips and you can use a pair of pliers to just adjust this, and all you're going to do is you're going to take it and start pinching this cork off. It's pretty simple, done it 100 times already. Just start pinching it, pulling it off, it'll start to crumble. Doesn't take that long to do it, but it's pretty much the longest process on getting it ready. So once this is stripped off, it's going to look like this right here. And if you can see that, you don't have to get it all off. This one I cleaned up pretty good. So once it's pinched off, you can still leave some of it on there. The only thing you're going to have to do is make sure that the new handle is going to slide over this. But anyway, to get it to this point, a couple things you can do. You can take a piece of sandpaper and sand it down. It's pretty simple. You don't have to, it's just something you can do. Once that's done, you're going to take some tape. You can use painter's tape, either one. I've used them both. And what you're going to do is you're going to take some of this tape and you're going to start at the back end of the fishing handle or the fishing rod blank. And just to give you an idea, you're going to go ahead and put some down at the bottom here and just start spinning this around, I don't know, a handful of times. At the back, you're going to do it in the middle, and you're going to do it at the front end and do 3 spots. You can leave this one a little further away from the reel seat if you'd like, because you're going to build up a little glue when you glue it. Anyway, once you get that process done, it's going to kind of look like this. Pretty simple. Doesn't take that long to do it. You can even strip some tape off, kind of let it hang, and just spin it on there, stripped off the roll of tape if you'd like. It's pretty easy either way. Alright, once that's done, several ways you can do it. I've done them in Gorilla Glue. Pretty simple. Take the Gorilla Glue. I'm just going to show you without it open. You're going to pop the cap off, and you're just going to add some glue to the tape. The Gorilla Glue swells up, so put a nice little heaping spot. Put it on a little bit of an angle. It's pretty thick. In the front of the tape, get a little on the tape for sure. Front of the tape, this one's a little closer, but you can leave it set back a tad bit so you can build up a little in the front. Spin it around. You don't need a ton in the front, just enough because it's going to kind of build its way up, and I'm going to show you that. Once this is glued, you're going to take a handle. This is an older style, matte black. Got one of our custom bucks on it, and we've put some fishing grip on it. So once that's glued, you're going to hold it on a little bit of an angle, 45-degree angle, and you're going to kind of stick it on here. And just to show you real quick, you want it about this snug. You want it pretty snug. You don't want a lot of glue kind of getting behind this piece of tape and getting it down into the handle. So once it's glued up, you're just going to spin it a little bit. Like I said, 45-degree angle, and as you spin this, it's going to build up that glue and push it forward, which is fine because it's going to settle in the opened areas, which that's what you want to do. But just kind of do it slow so it kind of works its way up. And when you get to the top, you're going to go a little slower because it's going to build up a tad bit, and just kind of snug it up. Okay, you might get a little tape on it, or a little glue on this area. If it's not too much, you can leave it. Or you can wipe it off with the rag or a paper towel or something. But anyway, once that's set in there like that, you're just going to open this up, just let it sit in the corner. You know, Gorilla Glue, I kind of let it, you know, sit overnight. You can put it out in the sun and let it dry in a few hours, whatever you feel comfortable with, but it certainly has to dry a little bit. And speaking of glue, you know, if you got Gorilla Glue around, that's fine. If you want to, you know, certainly use some epoxy, which doesn't take very much either. We've got a two-part, you know, marine grade epoxy. Same thing if you've used it before, you haven't, just read the instructions. This is a two-part. It's got a, you know, syringe with two heads on it. You just push, you know, clip these off, read the instructions, like I said, squeeze this down. You can put it on a little plate, little paper plate, lid, anything you can work with that you're going to toss away whenever you're finished using it. Squeeze that out, get a little popsicle stick or old spoon, paint stir, something, and you're going to mix it up, let it sit for probably a few minutes, and once it's ready to go, you're just going to add a little bit to this tape. You don't have to get a ton of it up in here. It's gonna stick pretty good. Just fill it up on the tape. Maybe this one here, add a little extra. Certainly add a little extra here. And same thing. You're just gonna do the same thing. Wheel it on there, spin it around, get it snug. Let it sit overnight. I usually pull the handle out. Once that's done, this is what we have now. It's our Handle It fishing system, which is a telescopic fishing handle. And what it does is it will actually extend out double the length of what it started with. We have about 5 different sizes, several different diameters. These are pretty much used right now for freshwater and saltwater inshore. I'm going to show you some other videos of what we do have in a few other lines of fishing rods. I've already done some videos, but this was your how-to. It's pretty simple. It's kind of fun. It doesn't take that long, like I said. This was our older style. This was a St. Croix Avid series, 1017, 7-foot, medium power. Like I said, you can do it to your own fishing rod. You'll just have to determine how big the blank is down at the butt end and kind of judge what you may need in handle size. Just to give you an idea, this was our older version, just like some of these. Kind of funny, I put a Coke tab or a beer tab on the bottom of that one. Mine. This was just in an orange. And our new versions now are, this is our non-painted one, and we're starting to add some threading, custom threading that matches some of our fishing handles and our rods. Same thing, it's going to extend out. This is a finished aluminum. They're pretty nice looking once they're installed on the rods. Like I said, you go to our website or our take a look at some of our videos. These are unfinished. This is what the bass rod's going to look like. It's got some pretty nice looking threading. Look really good finished, like I said. Give you an idea, here's one of our painted ones, new version. Pretty nice, put a logo on it. This one here has a X-Factor reel seat. We've cut this one just to make it easier to take it to the shows and take it with us, show people. Got some custom threading, and we have a custom foregrip, which we're doing on some of our rods. These rods will get a little pricier, but anyway, there's our how-to video. I hope you liked it. Like I said, it's Keith with Handle It Fishing Systems and Handle It Rods. Thanks for watching.